The sun warmed the turquoise water, casting a golden glow that danced on the gentle waves. A gentle breeze rustled the palm trees along the shore, their leaves whispering secrets of the sea. It was a perfect day for fishing, with the sky clear and the ocean calm.
I hope for a good catch today. My family depends on it. Every fish I catch means food on the table and a better future for my children.
Rasul, a kind man named Rasul, cast his net into the waves with practiced ease. He had been fishing these waters for years. He pulled and pulled. The net felt heavy. His muscles strained as he fought against the weight.
A school of tuna? Could it be? This would be a great catch.
But as he dragged the net onto his little boat, he gasped in surprise. It was not what he expected. It wasn't a fish. It was a heavy brass jar, glinting in the sunlight. Rasul examined the jar. It was ancient and covered in strange symbols, unlike anything he had ever seen before. A wax seal bore the mark of King Solomon. Rasul felt a shiver run down his spine as he realized the significance. Legend spoke of King Solomon's power over jinns, magical beings of smoke and fire. What secrets did this jar hold? Rasul's heart pounded. He knew he shouldn't touch the seal, but the allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. But curiosity got the better of him. He carefully peeled away the wax, feeling a strange energy emanating from the jar. A plume of purple smoke erupted from the jar, filling the air with a mystical, almost otherworldly scent.
What is this? Is it some kind of magic?
Rasul coughed and shielded his eyes. The smoke swirled and twisted, growing larger and larger as if it had a life of its own. Rasul watched in awe and fear. The smoke solidified, taking the form of a towering Jinni, its presence both majestic and terrifying. The Jinni's eyes glowed like hot coals, and his voice boomed across the water, echoing through the night.
Who dares disturb my slumber? Speak now, mortal!
The Jinni roared, his anger palpable, shaking the very ground beneath Rasul's feet.
I am Malak, and I grant no wishes. My power is not for your whims.
Rasul trembled before the mighty Jinni. His mind raced, searching for a way to survive this encounter. He knew he had to be clever, for his life depended on it. Rasul bowed low before Malak, his heart pounding in his chest. The air around them crackled with tension.
Forgive me, great Jinni. I meant no disrespect. I found this jar at the bottom of the sea, buried under layers of sand and coral.
Malak narrowed his fiery eyes, his gaze burning with ancient rage and unquenched thirst for vengeance.
For 1,000 years I have been trapped in that jar. Now I shall have my revenge on the world. My fury will be like a storm, unstoppable and relentless.
The sea churned around the boat. The sky darkened with storm clouds, as if reflecting the Jinni's wrath. Rasul knew he had to act quickly. He had to find a way to outsmart the Jinni before it was too late. He remembered the stories of his grandfather, stories of jinns being tricked by clever humans, tales of wit and bravery passed down through generations.
1,000 years is a long time, great Malak. But surely such a mighty Jinni couldn't possibly fit into that small jar now. It seems impossible.
Rasul said cautiously, hoping his words would plant a seed of doubt in the Jinni's mind.
Malak let out a roar of laughter. You doubt my power, little fisherman? He boomed. I can shrink myself smaller than an ant.
To prove his point, Malak began to shrink. He became a swirling vortex of smoke, smaller and smaller, until he was sucked back into the jar with a loud whoosh.
Rasul wasted no time. He quickly grabbed the wax seal and pressed it firmly back onto the jar, trapping Malak inside.
The storm clouds vanished. The sea calmed. Rasul let out a sigh of relief.
He looked down at the jar, now still and silent. Rasul had learned a valuable lesson.
Rasul returned to shore, the heavy jar in hand.
He didn't need gold or riches. He had something far more valuable: wisdom.
He had faced his fear and used his wits to overcome a powerful being. Rasul threw the jar back into the deepest part of the sea. He hoped it would never be found again.
From that day onwards, Rasul shared his story with everyone.
He taught them that courage wasn't about being the strongest, but about being the smartest.
He reminded them that even the smallest among us can outsmart the biggest, as long as we use our wisdom and courage.